podcast tonight. Welcome everybody for the Drake's Den podcast. As you know, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am your host, Zixxsa, and tonight we're going to have a special guest, Lost Train. They're going to be on the channel, and hopefully we have a wonderful time. I'm looking forward to a wonderful time. Going to answer a lot of questions, going to talk about BT13. It's going to be a rootin' snootin'. Great old time. I'm a little tired. I got some coffee here. It's been a long day. I wanted to just get a few announcements out the way. Coming up is our last Bancho beatdown for the Digimon series. I think I spelled series wrong, but it's okay. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. It's going to be Tuesday, July 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be streamed on Twitch, hosted on Discord webcams, located in the Dmvdrakes Discord server. All the information will be in the stream chat, and also when it gets re-uploaded on YouTube, it'll be in the link below. You will be competing for... Where is it? Let me just do this. Whoops. This lovely Bancho Impmon mat. And also you have a chance to also win... the Doodle Impmon mat. You can have one or the other. When you win, you get to pick a choice, and then the runner-up gets whatever the winner didn't choose. So, like I said before, last Bancho beatdown for the Impmon series, Tuesday, July 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be streamed on Twitch, hosted on Discord webcams, $10 entry. It'll be BT13 proxies allowed. So you could bring in proxies, you could bring in actual cards that you get from pre-release this weekend. And it's going to be located in the Dmvdrakes Discord server. It's a good look at the Imp mat. Also a good look at the Dmvdrakes one. Non-Bancho mat. Alright, tonight's podcast is going to be a good one. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh boy. It's kind of crazy, all this just BT13 is just kind of stressful. Alright. Lost Train is in the Discord. Lost Train is in the Discord. Hey Lost, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hey, it's good to hear from you. Thanks for joining tonight. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Hopefully, work wasn't too bad, you know what I mean?
I've been off work for 2 weeks. I just got my acceptance letter for my new job, though, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Look like we got another member. We got Fossil Lord in today. What's up, Fossil? How you doing?
Hey, how you guys
doing? Doing good. It's good to hear from you. I wasn't expecting to hear from you tonight.
Yeah, I think many podcasts.
It's good to have you on. It's the 5th episode in, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad both of you here, really. If I sound a little bit off, I'm extremely tired, so I apologize for that. I'm kind of...
last mood.
I'm waning. I had to drink coffee to pick myself back up a little bit. We're here. So Lost, if that's enough of me just rambling, can you tell me about yourself, please, for everyone listening at home?
Oh, I didn't even realize we started.
My bad. Yeah, we started. Yeah. I should have said something.
Well, professionally, I'm an early childhood educator. Unprofessionally, I am my own streamer / writer. As soon as I finish editing, I am going to be making waves to publish my space opera book, but that's about it. I'm into all things Digimon, so when I heard about them being a TCG, I just had to get into it.
What was the one thing that made you really hooked on the Digimon TCGs? Because you watched it as a kid, or you like card games?
Yeah, I love TCG, and when I was coming back I lived in Jersey for a little bit, and when I was coming back, my friend was like, "Yeah, Digimon has this new TCG, and there's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament." So we went to the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I was reminded why I quit Yu-Gi-Oh. But they said there was a Digimon tournament the very next day, so I went out, I bought a Digimon deck, and I just had a blast with the format. And I was like, "All right, this is it. This is what I'm gonna be playing now."
Fair enough. Now I know this is I know Yu-Gi-Oh is probably a soft spot or a sore spot, but what deck did you play? I'm just curious.
I play Machina.
Let's go, Machina. Let's go. That's one of my favorite decks. I love that deck. Did you have the gadgets in it, or?
Yes, it was a mixture of Machina, not Gear Frame, the Fortress. It was a mix of Gadget Fortress.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's bringing back memories. How long ago was that? Like 2019, 2020?
Oh my god, that deck when that deck was actually good was probably back in like 2012 to 2016.
Fair.
And then I came back with it in 2019, and it was like, oh, by the way, the first guy I went against, he spent 20 minutes of our 40-minute round on one turn, and then it was my turn, and I wasn't allowed to do anything. And I was like, this is bullshit. I'm done.
Sounds terrible.
Hey, man, Fossil, dude, you don't know how bad Yu-Gi-Oh can get. Man.
Last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh was Elemental Heroes.
Oh,
You baby.
I think I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yeah, please. What was actually the first Yu-Gi-Oh deck you ever? I mean, not Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Whatever was the first Digimon deck you purchased? Lost. I'm curious.
I bought the black tie deck.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
With the what was the top end for that? It was the Digiburst Blitzgreymon, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, was that it?
It's
I
been
was
so long,
on the
right?
blockers.
That was a good deck.
I didn't even think I got a level 6 out during that tournament.
Jeez. Do you remember anything from the tournament? Like any other decks you played around that time, or like any decks you played against?
No, not at all. I just remember the first dude I played. He was like, "We're gonna have some fun," and then he slapped down a level 6 and gave me 10 memory to start, and I was like, "Okay."
It's never a good thing when someone says we're gonna have some fun.
I know it sounded like it turned out okay. 10 memory, turn 1, let's go.
No, he still won. So
Oh,
clearly,
true.
I just didn't know what I was doing.
So, how did you learn about the Digimon TCG? Honestly, like, what did
My friend told me about it.
Oh.
We were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and then he brought up Digimon, and I checked it out because I still have 2 cards from the original set. I never collected the original format, but I do have a Biomon and a Bergermon from the original set. And I researched what happened to the original TCG and how it just completely took a crap over here in America because they changed everything about it. So then when I looked up the new format, I'm like, oh, this is more understandable to get into. I can do this.
I actually didn't even know how to play the original Digimon card game. I just assumed it was some kind of like weird rock paper scissors thing where if you had like the green, if your card was in green mode it beat yellow mode, and if it was in yellow mode it beat red mode. I don't know. That game was honestly a mess.
There were several games I tried to learn, but they didn't really have like instructions over here, like Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, and I think that was it that I wanted to get into that I never learned how to get into. Pokemon came out with the trading card game, so that was easy to learn when that dropped. And Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, just I guess their instruction manuals just explained it so much better.
And when Yu-Gi-Oh, you can also just like watch the show to get kind of like an idea how to play the game. So Digimon was always interesting. It never really took off, I think, the way they wanted to in America, like Pokemon did, but it was always like more mature. I remember growing up, it was like the storylines compared to Pokemon were just a little more intense.
Leomon dying in every season.
Like literally. Or how War Greymon like ripped up Metal Seedramon. Like, I remember seeing that as a kid. I was like, whoa, why did he turn him into like a hot dog in a blender?
Just
So, just getting back to like the Digimon TCG. I know you said you played some TCG beforehand, like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, and Yu-Gi-Oh. How do you feel about the game as a whole in the current state right now? Do you feel like it's balanced? Do you feel like it's a little overpowered? Do you still
it.
get Melga at your like locals? Tell me about that. I'm curious.
Um, I think it's a little bit off balance. It's not to the point where you're playing in Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic where you're just getting a bunch of mirror matches on top of mirror matches. There are still ways to top meta in Digimon, which I
Mm.
think is a bit better. Like right now, when I play in tournaments, I have a deck that's not meta, but it can handle itself against meta.
Mm. What deck do you play?
So I'm not the deck I bring to tournaments is Dorbrick. So that's what I use to make sure that I'm like it's a fair battle. All my battles are close or close. It's like there's not a single match I play with Dorbrick where I knew I was going to lose right off the bat. But if I'm playing my main deck, which is Sakuya, if she bricks, then the game is just over for me. It's like there's no recovery from that. Whereas in Dorbrick, I can kind of recover myself if I brick.
What do you think of the new Sakuya support?
It would be better if they gave a Rika support with it.
Mm.
Because I'm playing it now and she's still just as slow as she was when Rika came out.
That's a good point. It seems like the Sakuya, like the Kazuhamon support, was more tailored for like Blue Flare, honestly, because they can play like Blazing Memory Boost for free,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then play a bunch of like Mailbirds and stuff out of the source. It's interesting how do you feel like even with mulligans the deck is just honestly just still too slow?
Mulligan's made it a little bit better,
Mm.
actually. I realize that, but she's still so slow. I think maybe if they had a better option card or just made a yellow blue Rika, I think it would have actually made her a lot more competitive. Maybe I forgot what I suggested for a new Rika card, but it was so awesome, and I was like, this would have made the deck a lot more balanced, and then you could have a full fledged Sakuya deck where you wouldn't need to sub in any other type of Digimon.
What other Digimon do you usually sub in?
Well, now I have one hybrid. That's about
Oh,
it.
true.
But everything else is Sakuya based now.
Oh,
But I
interesting.
also have like Mimis in there to help with the option plays.
Oh, like the purple Mimi from I think like BT3.
Hmm.
Interesting.
But if they added a new Rika, I could take out all the other ones and just have four different Rikas
Hmm.
4 Rikas of each, and then just play my Renamons line.
Do you think like a Rika that says on play search the top like four for a plugin and Sakuya, Rena, and what's the Talmon? I think.
Talmon,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sakuya QB and Talmon. Do you think like an on play Rika would help the deck like get a little bit more speed when you could pick up like a plugin and one of the lines? And then,
Yeah.
and
That
then
would actually be more speed. I think what I was suggesting was have another tap Rika effect, but no, I think an on play would be better. Make her a 3 cost.
yeah, like a three cost on play, kind of like the new Mimi in BT14 where you could like play it, search top three for a vegetation, add it to your hand, and then you can tap the Mimi when you digivolve into a vegetation or plant or fairy, and you can actually decrease it by two, which is kind of
Yeah,
busted.
it's something like that. That would
Yeah,
I mean, at the
super
rate
help.
that they're going, it looks like they're doing starter decks for all of the Digimon Tamer main Digimon. Because
Sakuya
we
Mon.
got the Gallantmon, we're
Hmm.
getting Mega Gargo. We might eventually be getting Sakuyamon.
Sakuya Mon
I would
starter deck
love
would be
that.
fire.
But
That'd be fire, not gonna lie.
I also noticed that they're bringing out all the new tamers from BT14 are from the original. Like they have their original clothing rather than the
Yeah,
2020
Hmm.
outfits, and I'm like, yes. And if they're doing all of them, that means we're going to get a new Sora tamer, which is what I'm most excited for because the old Sora is just garbage.
Please give us a
Yeah.
good Sora that's not like paired with someone else. All the best Sora
Yes.
support is paired with somebody else.
At this point, what would a good Sora even do though? The BM Online just nukes itself.
So what it could do is like once per turn, when you trigger an on deletion and gain a memory, that'd be pretty good.
Okay, that is actually pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make her resetter. Like, make a memory setter Sora.
Or a memory setter sort of. That'd be pretty. That'd be pretty nice. Just something. Just
Yeah.
something.
Not just game 2000 DP. No one uses that anymore.
Yeah, I remember the days when 2000 DP was you can swing security with like 13k and you'll be alright. You can swing a security with like 13k, you'll be alright. You need to be like 16 plus now to even be alright. So
Honestly, 16 might not even be safe sometimes,
like honestly.
especially with the new burst modes.
Oh my god.
Mm,
I had someone attack my security with 20,000 DP, and I was like, I don't know how you did that, but okay.
Greymon players, they're everywhere. I swear.
Next one with 31 before.
How'd you get the 31?
A lot of armors in the trash with BT8 Magnamon.
That'll do it. Honestly, that'll do it.
Wait, they just spawned.
It would be nice if Digimon had like a pot of like avarice where you could like put 5 from your like discard back in and shuffle and draw 2.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be so
That'd be nice.
good.
That'd be so good, dude. Call it Leomon out to brunch or something. I don't know. So how do you usually build your decks? Do you use apps or website, or do you just kind of get some cards together and free ball?
Free ball it. The first deck I built after getting the structure deck was I wanted to build a deck around Sora and Tai,
Mm.
which was hurtful. But now with the new Biomon, she can kind of get a little bit competitive.
Mm.
And then I built a Zoe Takuya, which is a McDonald's deck, which is everyone call it.
Mm.
And I like that they work off of each other because Zoe can get all of Takuya's stuff, and then we just gotta wait for Takuya. And until then, Takuya can use Zoe's stuff. Like you can get out Emperor Greymon with yellow hybrids. You just need a hybrid, so they work good together. I was gonna do Rika with Takato, but since Rika is her whole line just relies on herself, she's just her set. So it's all these are the characters I loved from the anime. I'm gonna build decks around them.
Oh, the armor.
I actually didn't know because I knew you enjoyed like Rika, but I didn't know you like Frontiers, which is interesting because a lot of people like hate that season.
No, that is
Season
probably my
was one of the
favorite
best.
season.
Really?
Yes. It's so underrated, and I understand why it is because it was so vastly different from the first 3 seasons. But that's what I liked about it. It went in a different direction while still maintaining the heart of the series. Even
You-
down to only having the 2 main characters get the super power ups, like Davis and Ken or Ty and Matt, and then it's Takuya and Koji. And it's like, okay, we're gonna have a team of 5, but only 2 are more important.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised you like it even with the like the like the Italian mafia Arbormon. I saw that and I couldn't. I had to turn it off. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. It would have been cool for one episode, but I can't sit through like 50 plus episodes of like the cheesiest Italian accent.
Oh man, I don't even remember accents. I think the only accent I've ever been irritated at was Jerry's.
How did Jerry sound in the show? I don't remember.
Wasn't that really light?
Yeah, it's very, very high. She sounded more like a 3-year-old in a 10-year-old's body because she had that puppet that she would always go, "Oh, Takato, hi Takato," and it's like,
Okay, yeah, that's enough of that.
and then the end of that season 3 just all became about Jerry because she lost Leomon. Because of course, why would you give someone Leomon when you know you kill him every season?
Like she had to learn a lesson that like nothing is forever. Like all the
That's a very rough lesson to learn.
all good times have to come to an end eventually. Didn't she turn into a mutant? Because she got consumed by Mother D Reaper, right?
She
Mhm.
turned the D Reaper created like a version of her that was, I think, the same size as Gallimon Crimson Mode to square up with him. I think to play the mental game with him too.
That Jerry was the size of Gallantmon Crimson Mode.
I think so.
That's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
It really was.
She let her heart get infected, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna run with this."
Did they save her? I don't remember much like growing
Yeah,
up.
they did save her at the end of it,
Oh,
but
thank
she never
God.
got Leomon back.
Well, do we ever get Leomon back? Honestly,
I mean, in the subsequent season, you know. Wait, didn't he live in? I never actually watched the new season that came out in 2020, the one with the rehash of the first season. Did he live for that one longer?
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it either. I just know Devimon is wild in that season. I just keep seeing gifs of him just like crawling all over the floor. I love Devimon. Don't do bath salts, kids. Yeah, if I remember right, he survived the whole way. Okay, Blaze Sona gave us an update. Apparently, Leomon made it out of the 2020 season, so clap it up for Leomon, everybody.
Let's go!
Let's go. And we got a first time chatter, Young Monkey the One. Thank you, Young Monkey the One.
Money.
And Young Monkey the One just gave us a follow. Thanks for coming, man.
Let's go.
Let's
We
go.
appreciate
We
you.
appreciate you.
Young monkey. Money.
Oh, I can't read. I can't read. I mean, I'm probably gonna get canceled for that. So let's just move on. What is your opinion on BT13 and beyond?
What I see so many cards. I never know what set they are unless I'm specifically looking at the website.
Mm.
I do know I'm excited for the new Biomon and Garudamon because I can put that in my deck. And then I'm excited for them to redo the Tamers. Like I said, seeing them in their original outfits and seeing that they didn't put Matt in the first one, you know Matt's coming. So if Matt's going to be coming, that means Sora's going to be coming. So right now, my mindset is up to 13 and 14, and I'm really excited to see if they make a better Sora Tamer.
Yeah, I think Sora's gonna come in. I think BT16, if I remember right.
BT 15.
15,
Pretty
yeah,
mad.
15.
Because that has the second half of the OG Tamers. It has I think it was the Dark Masters.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
it had I think it had a Pokemon.
Free my man Matt, bro.
Wait, what's wrong with Matt? I know Tommy is limited, but
No, they just want a better Matt. I think Save the Waffle just wants a better Matt.
I mean, that purple mat is pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
they're both
seen
starter deck.
Matt in a few decks and competitively.
I don't know.
Disgusting, honestly.
Something happened to Matt. I don't know. Free reinforced memory boost? Nah, we ain't. Okay,
No,
that's
no.
enough of that. All right.
That's a little broken.
Can that be
Mm.
played by Kazuamon?
So, we talked about a lot of the decks you enjoy playing. What is your least favorite deck to play against? And why is it
Hearts,
Melga?
In any cross hearts, the fact that they can
Oh, hey.
listen, the fact that they can get out a level 6 and 7 for free. and
It's
then
not for
attack you
free.
like
I don't let her. Go ahead.
for like 10 security, and then they'll pass it over to your turn. Even if they don't defeat you, they'll be like, my guy unsuspends and he has blocker and retaliation, and we're going to use trap cards from your Yu-Gi-Oh cards in your binder. No, please. just having all those cards on the field, and they limited it once, and then Crossheart players got mad and they never touched it again, and it's so broken. I feel like it's more broken than Black War Greymon, and he's the one who tops it in tournaments.
I'm throwing a flag on that play right
Okay,
now.
go ahead. What's your rebuttal? What's your rebuttal, Fossil? Go for it.
I mean, listen. I can do a lot of stuff, but I don't kill the children with Black War Grey does. It takes me at least like a good 2 turns.
Yeah, 2 turns.
And we go Wonga Bonga.
Well, Black War Greymon has to exist because Cross Hearts. Cross Hearts will have 8,000 tamers on the field. Black War Greymon needs to blow it up.
We've got an answer for Black War Greymon players.
What's the answer
They
for
are
Black
chump
War?
change at this point.
What's the answer?
Superior mode.
Oh, that is true.
Cross step in superior mode, drop it, and it doesn't matter if you pass turn or keep turn, get that Black War Grey off the field.
If he doesn't nuke all the kids first.
Nah, as long as you have a Shoutmon, he can pull from the trash.
See, that's what I mean. You're just like, I can cross heart from trash, hand fill. They can be suspended. They attack 10 times. They attack 10.
I understand what you mean. On turn 2 of a game, I once did 4 checks with Crossheart because I had 2 Digimon up, and then I was able to cross into Shoutmon cross 3 twice, and still retain turn.
The answer
I
is
get it.
Yeah.
I'm neutral. I'm a neutral party. I don't hate Crossheart and I don't like it either. It's just kind of there for me. I feel like Crossheart is like one of the decks you play when you're trying to teach somebody the game. Because it's a lot of very simple effects. You know, you just Digicross and then play a dude, and then he has blocker, not retaliation, he has blocker, piercing, minus 2k. He gives a little taste of all the colors, which I can appreciate.
He comes in with rush.
Okay, yeah, that's fucked up. I'll agree with that. The rush part is pretty busted.
It's rush, piercing, and minus 2k or across 3.
Oh, with reboot and blocker.
That's cross 5.
Oh yeah,
but like also I get like the hatred for Crossheart. Cross 4 and cross 3 are kind of disgusting to be played for, especially since cross 4 you play it, you draw 2. If you have an Akari on the field, suspend that, draw more, and then you swing, you draw more from the Starmon Inheritable. And then with cross 3 you play it, you search, and then if you have an Akari, suspend that, draw, and I get the hatred for it. But it is fun to do to people.
It's fun to do to people?
Well, yeah. Like, my tolerance is Dorbrick, because Dorbrick is technically a Crossheart Digimon. So, I think... What tournament? I was in a tournament on Tuesday, and the first match I got in, I wasn't drawing any of my rookies, but I basically had all my pieces. So, like, the next few turns, I dropped the Dorbrick, I attacked for 6 checks, and then I omnied for game.
6?
Yeah, because I had 5 plus securities underneath me, and I had my high tamer out.
Jeez.
Right, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It was.
Maybe I should build Dorbrick. I need just a deck I can play, kind of like Grandis, but not as terrible.
Yeah, so the sheep was there. It was hilarious. I think I was versing Blue Flare too.
I am tired of this watered down mystic mine on legs called Quartz.
Quartz is not going anywhere. Quartz is going to be around for a long time.
Dory, you didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm gonna try to break down Mystic Mine in Digimon terms. Imagine there's an option that said your opponent has to remove cards from the board until you have equal cards in your play area, and you cannot play any more cards until the option is trash. That's basically what Mystic Mine kind of does, if I'm remembering correctly.
Terrible.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
That makes sense.
Man, oh boy. Thank you all for coming out.
I would love an option card that was like, until the end of your opponent's next turn, you have to have an equal amount of cards on the field.
That'll be so busted. That'll be so busted.
Obviously, put it to 1, but
someone's gonna find a way to make a deck revolve around that.
Lost, did you see the invalidation plugin Erika's gonna get? The Squeemon's deck's gonna get?
No, which one?
It's a promo. Let me see if I can find it real quick, so I can read off what it does. It's an invalidation plugin. It's yellow. It's a promo. It costs 5 to play. And it says,
Oh.
while you have a tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP and cannot activate its Wind Digivolving effects until the end of your opponent's turn. And then its security effect is one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6k until the end of the turn, and then you add the card to your hand.
Oh, that is yes.
That is
Right.
yes.
Because that works with her tamer. Both maid mode and Kuzu can play that right off the bat.
Maid mode can play that.
Yeah, maid mode plays. Wait, is it maid
Wow.
mode?
Yeah, but it's maid mode.
Yeah.
5. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want to use that card just to have it. Also, there's another plugin. It's a Sukamon plugin where you just turn the opponent into a piece of shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
You said it's a promo?
I think it's a promo. Yeah, it's called Invalidation.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. Okay. A yellow plugin. That's right. I saw that a yellow plugin was coming.
I'm actually really looking forward to that plugin, honestly. It's just a card we needed for the game to slow people down.
There's not enough ways to slow people down in this game.
It's really not. Why does Melga get a dual-colored one-cause double ice wall on legs with the X antibody in the name? You know, bro, I wish I could tell you.
That's a great question.
I really wish I could tell you why.
They must have been smoking something when they designed that card.
That's the new designer. They let him cook. They let that new designer cook, bro.
Looked a little too much.
Like, you know what card I miss? F4 Ice Wall. Let's bring that back.
No. Last thing we need is, I'm gonna play 2 ice walls to pass turn, or like drop like 3 ice walls at once. Be like, yeah, now swing.
Honestly. So I was a little bit wrong on Mystic Mind. It also, Blazeona corrected me, it also blows up if both sides of the field have equal number of, let's just say Digimon for the sake of conversation, on board. Also, the person with more can attack and use effects. Or basically hatch an egg, so it's a little toxic. Yeah, it's a little toxic. But you need cards like that to just prove a point.
I don't think we need to prove points in this game.
The point is,
I think people are going to be proving a lot of points with Melga and an ice wall.
The point is that you just came to this locals expecting to have a good time, but you're not going to get that.
Gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
What's the other card called? Or is that...
Oh, it's Sukamon plugin? It's a Sukamon plugin.
Suka's Curse.
Suka's Curse, yeah.
It doesn't have the name plugin in it.
I thought it was treated as a plugin.
It looks like a plugin card.
Hang on. Suka.
Is
that with a U?
Yeah. SUKA' space curse. If they made that card act like a plug-in card, I think that would be slotted into a lot of decks. And that would be so toxic. Be like, oh yeah, that's a nice stack you got there.
There's a turd on the...
That's Digimon for you. They're all about shit.
Okay. One of your non-white Digimon may digivolve into a card with Sukamon in its name without paying it. Ignore the Digivolution requirements.
It's beautiful. I thought it was treated as a plugin. I'm tripping.
No.
No.
Oh. So this wouldn't work in my deck.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The hell is Sukamon? Oh, this is BT14. Duh.
Sukamon got a lot of support. Actually, got a support card. Never mind.
I just love the all arts of the tamers for BT14.
I haven't seen any of the alt art. Oh wait, when they're in the sky and they're falling.
Those are nice.
Yes.
I actually really like the alt arts for 12, where like all the tamers are running in a line with their like Digimon in the back.
Yes.
That just hits the dopamine right there.
What?
When King
Alright.
when King
Alright,
Edamon
Lost.
comes in, I'm shitting on all my friends. Oh man, literally.
King Edamon's gonna be so fun to play.
I made a deck. I'm ready.
You made a King Edamon deck
Yeah,
already?
of course I made a King Edamon deck. You didn't?
I have the cards, but I didn't make the deck. I just started sorting.
Yeah, a lot of my days
But,
just start sorting. Oh, go ahead, Dorian. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But Lost, we have to ask this question because it's one of those you just gotta ask. What's it like being a woman in this TCG environment right now?
It's not actually bad. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is probably the worst, and I think Pokemon has the best, where it's balanced. I'm finding not a lot of people in Digimon TCG are as sweaty as they are in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like when I went to Otakon and I was in the Digimon tournament, I had people come up to me after a while, but I made a bunch of friends. But whereas when I was in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, anytime I would go, there was always this one dude that would just follow me around the tournament, and it would just be like, "Why?" I was like, "I need you to leave me alone."
Are you going to Otakon this year?
No, unfortunately, I am not able to make it to this year. With the whole issue with my last job and recently just getting a new job, I am not going to have the funds to go. So I'm just right now. I'm shooting for New York Comic Con and maybe one day for Anime NYC.
I never been
They're
there.
like always super packed.
Jeff.
No, only in LA. Thankfully, every time you see anime something, it's the LA one that's packed. New York is not that bad. Because it's cold. Like it's in October and November, so
That'll do it.
I actually never been to Comic Con, honestly.
Bro, Comic Con is so much fun.
I can't afford
I
that.
prefer anime cons. There's more stuff to do, but I like Comic Cons. They're fun.
Like, what is the one thing you can do at Comic Con that you can't do at an anime convention?
Yeah, it's kind of the same. It's just a different.
There's more
source.
celebrities at Comic Con than there
that's
is at
true.
Anime Con.
Oh, true.
Whereas Anime Con has more panels that you can enjoy.
I like panels though. I prefer, that's like half the reason to go to cons is for the panels.
Yeah. Whereas Comic Con, it's all commercialized. It's like you want to see new movies trailers dropping. You want to talk to the actors in this movie. You want to pay $100 to meet your fave. Whereas people who go to anime cons, it's all free to go up and meet them.
Yeah, because I remember one year I went to MagFest. Rebecca Sugar was there. I didn't get to see her because obviously the lines were like out into the atrium, but that was like that was the closest I probably ever got to a celebrity. Honestly, I'd never had the luxury
See, I miss
and
being on the
grace.
press tour.
You said what?
I said I miss being on the press junket. I used to write for a comic book website, so I would get my tickets for free and I would get to interview people. I miss doing that. It was so
That
much fun.
sounds so cool.
Like I was looking at some of my old videos. I interviewed Penn Badgley, and it's so funny because he didn't have a line when I interviewed him, and now that he blew up in the show You, he would have a huge ass line. I know.
Who's Penn Badgley?
You know the Netflix series You about that stalker serial killer guy?
I do not.
No. Oh.
They're making a lot of those recently.
There's so people love this thing. I don't know. He was in Gossip Girl, which is his other biggest hit.
Oh, I know Gossip Girl.
Yeah, he played the not rich one. He was he kind of got into the school from I forgot what he got into the school, but his character dated Serena in the beginning.
I haven't like seen Gossip Girl. I know of Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I used to watch it. I thought it was a really good show, and then I was like, all right, I'm done.
Sure.
Isn't that like end poorly, like writing wise?
I think so. I think it ended poorly. I did not see the last season.
What show actually ended well? Like honestly, like what show ended on like a good note? I can't think of any really.
No. Oh, have you seen Easy A or John Tucker Must Die?
I've seen Easy A and John Tucker was that. Well, yeah, that's true.
He plays the love interest in Easy A and the love interest in John Tucker Must Die. He plays the other Tucker.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I know. Okay, after looking him up, I can see him. And he played in Do Over. Oh, watch out. He was in Do Over.
The
In
heck's do over?
Sim Beline and the Paper Store. He's getting around. I gotta check out Do Over. That seems like a kind of movie. It kind of reminds me of Speed a little bit. You guys ever seen Speed?
Yeah. Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, where he had to drive the
Yeah.
bus, so it was gonna blow up. It's literally Keanu Reeves in a bus for like an hour and 30 minutes. It's like the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
The Flash movie was horrible.
It was so good though.
What, Speed or The Flash?
Speed.
Nah, I
No,
love Speed.
I haven't seen Flash.
Don't watch Flash. It's not it. Just go and see Spider-Verse a second time. That's money well spent, honestly.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it twice.
Damn,
I watched it. I watched Across the Spider-Verse in 4D, and then I saw it on regular.
4D? Could you smell the movie? What does 4D mean?
Yeah, what did the 4D do for the movie?
It basically, well, with Spider-Man, basically, it felt anytime Miles was getting his ass beat, it felt like you were getting your ass beat.
Oh, come on, save the waffles, chill out. The Flash movie was cheeks.
I heard it was bad.
And the way the Flash was running in that movie was probably the most embarrassing scenes in all of cinema. It was the most awkward fucking run. Minus all
They were
the
gonna get good Flash content,
no, never.
except for that show.
The
I think the show was good for like the first 3 seasons.
the animated movie where it was like Flashpoint was pretty good. That was
Yeah.
okay.
DC does not miss with their animated shows.
No, I have to strongly disagree. I think it was All Star Superman. I think
I haven't seen that one.
where he gave like Lex Luthor his powers for like a day or some shit. That movie was cheeks. To take one out of Save the Waffles book, bro, that movie was cheeks.
That does sound terrible.
And he was such a robotic suit, man. I'm not even like a big suit hater, but like, give him he has a personality, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to be like, Lois, what's wrong? What's troubling you, my dear? I've been replaced by an android. Like, really. I really like Teen Titans growing up, too.
Teen Titans was so
You like Teen Titans Go? Anybody here a Teen Titans Go fan?
no.
No, just me? Okay.
I think it's hilarious.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Loss. I'm glad I'm not the only one here.
Right. I think they got their target audience and they do it well, but their meta humor is also pretty good.
I think people just need to realize that it's no longer 2003 and we have to move on,
Yeah.
honestly. Well, that's really all my questions. Fossil, can you think of any questions, honestly? Like,
Oh God.
putting you on the spot, I know.
You been watching any anime recently?
I just got through. I don't know if it's considered anime or cartoon. You know, there's that whole big debate. I just watched the new Kazimoto series they dropped on Disney Plus.
Is that good? I didn't see any advertising.
Yeah, no, the marketing is literal garbage, but it's like if Wakanda was making a cartoon series. It's a bunch of anthology shorts. So you got about 20 minute, not 20, 15 to 20-minute episodes, and each episode is a different story, and it's also in different animation styles. It was really good.
It kind of sounds like the Animatrix a little bit.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's just like what you said, but except with like the Matrix.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was so good. I loved all the stories. Some of the stories I really wish they'll come back to it because I want to see where they go. But I binged it. It was quick. I think it's about 6 or 8 episodes.
Were they 30-minute episodes or hour longs?
No. They range from 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, that's even better. So you can like kill it in
Yeah.
like 2 hours then.
Pretty much.
That's why I can't watch Game of Thrones. It's just like, I know I'm gonna probably get a lot of hate for this, but Game of Thrones puts me to sleep. Honestly, it's just like a lot of talking and a lot of like just woods. I don't really. And they bank on like you having like pre-existing knowledge. They're like, oh, I have to sell my sister to this water clan with the guy from Aquaman in it because we need to retain our rightful place on the throne. I'm like, man, who are you people? I can't get attached to anybody.
I got
definitely a lot
4
of
episodes in, and I'm like, I'm done.
It's just I can't do it. I tried. I tried reading a book. I like Arya. I got to the part where Arya shows up in the book. She's pretty cool. And I got to like episode 6 in the show where like I think the queen went to go see her mother, and then the mother was like breastfeeding like a 9-year-old, and then at that point I turned it off. Yeah. I was like, all right, well,
I'm good.
9-year-old breastfeeding is where I draw the line.
I know where you were.
And
And that was pretty weird.
oh, you don't like it either, Dorian? You know, Fossil.
No, I like Game of Thrones a lot. I'm actually using some parts of it for a D&D campaign I'm writing.
Oh.
But that scene specifically with the breastfeeding mother was very weird.
Yeah, man, I just
He was like 10.
Oh, he was 10 now. He was in the double digits.
I'm pretty sure he was either 10, he was either 13, 10, or like 8.
Interesting.
None of those numbers were good.
no, none of them. Tell me about this D&D campaign. I didn't know you did D&D. Well, I knew you did it, but I didn't know you ran campaigns.
Yeah, so I've been doing D&D since like 2018. I've ran a couple campaigns. I TPK'd, total party killed some people one time. Quick info on that: they went in one at a time to a aboleth lair, which are the psychic giant squids, and there were 2 of them. So that went poorly because they can mind control people if you fail the roll. But the D&D campaign I was writing, one of the good things about it is that since it's not going to be super publicized, I can just steal a bunch of stuff from other media. So I've got like houses from like Game of Thrones, I've got quests from like Fairy Tale, and I've got like 3 levels of betrayal from the end of Naruto Shippuden.
Are you doing this as like is it like just you and your friends, or is this like an actual like podcast type thing like what we're doing? Like,
Oh no, me and my friends usually run D&D, and I am next up to run the next campaign after we get through this one.
oh, nice. Do you do any D&D laws?
Yes, every other Thursday, which is why I was able to join this Thursday.
Oh, let's go.
It's next week where my campaign is.
Tell me about your campaign.
I think we're pretty far in there too.
Do you have any psychic trolls in yours?
No, I don't think so. I know we're playing a homebrewed edition of 50. So I think we haven't. None of us have died. One of us have come close to dying.
Oh,
I think
nice.
we brought them back with the power of friendship, so that was pretty funny.
Nice.
My character just birthed a dragon out of her back. It was hilarious.
I have I have a lot of questions. I don't know if I want any of them answered though.
When is the character going to stop breastfeeding the dragon? Like when the dragon turns 18?
The dragon is like a Digimon, so it can grow small and big, so it does not need breastfeeding.
Oh, thank God. That's wild. How did you birth a dragon from your bag? What happened?
What he did was he incorporated a storyline where sometimes moon elves are dragon riders, and there's like a soul bond between the dragon and the elf, and it just popped out of my body. Like it looked like I was turning into a dragon, and it's just like, no, it's because the dragon's just gonna exit, like it's gonna soul pierce its way through. And I made my character makes the joke that, hey, I just gave birth to a dragon.
How far did you get into Ghost Game, TJ? Oh, I got into a whole 2 episodes of Ghost Game, bro. I'm on episode 2. I watched that 1 episode, and I just haven't watched it since because my 7 days on Crunchyroll ended. So that was the end of my Ghost Game adventures, honestly.
I feel like Ghost Game falls off pretty hard. After like the first 15 episodes, or at least it fell off really hard for me.
I mean, I liked the first episode. I thought it was really cute. I like Gamamon. Gamamon's adorable. Like, I really liked what's his name? Not Hero. The other guy, the blue tank.
Yoshiro?
Yeah, I wish I would have known he was insane. I would have played the deck way faster if I'd known he was that crazy. I like Angoramon because that's like my spirit animal, but Hero Shiro is just like so neurotic, and I love neurotic characters. So, like one of my favorite characters. This may sound weird, but like from Madagascar, the fucking giraffe dude, and how he has to like.
Marty.
Yeah, Marty. I love Marty, dude. And he has to like continuously be medicated. I love characters like that. Or like the worm from James and the Giant Peach. I like him too. I just like characters that are always in fear, always like heavily, like just in some kind of like situation, and just always takes things to the extreme. Like when Hero found out, not Hero, what's his name again? Hero Shiro. When he found out there was like ghosts in the school, he started walking around with like crosses and shit. I love that kind of stuff.
That was really funny.
I just like characters like that. That's how far I got in the Ghost Game shit. Sorry, I saw your message a little late. How do you guys feel about Ghost Game? I know Dorian said he didn't really like. Well, my bad, False Lord. Excuse me. I know False Lord said he didn't really enjoy it past 15. What about you, Lost? How you feel? Did you see it?
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm so behind on animes. I've just been playing video games.
Tears of the Kingdom?
We've been playing recently.
Tears of the Kingdom, yeah. And then it took me so long to get through Digimon Survive, so.
Was that because your stuff kept dying, or it was just the text boxes?
The text boxes. I know everyone has those big arguments between subbed and dubbed, but I have ADHD, so I need my video games to be in English so I can do other stuff as well. It took so long reading through everything, and it sucks because it's such a great storyline. If I'm playing a video game, I want to play it. I don't want to read it.
I 100% agree with that. I wished more games had just dubbing on them. I know it's more to dub it, but I don't want to, like, some days I don't want to read. You know what I mean? I want somebody to read to me.
Well, listen, especially if you're gonna go through a whole storyline. But it was so good. It was such a great storyline, and the gameplay is meant for you to come back and replay it. But I'm not gonna replay it because I don't want to go through another 60 hours of reading. No.
I know one of them.
Do you play
go ahead. My bad.
visual novels a lot, or is this a one-off because it was Digimon?
I don't actually play visual novels. I think the only thing that kept me going was that it was a Digimon visual novel.
So you're not really into Persona or anything like that? Or...
No, I love Persona, but Persona is not a visual novel.
True.
And then they also have English voice cast.
That is also true. Who's your favorite Persona character?
Chie.
Really? Chie?
Yes.
Interesting.
Chie. After Chie, it's Makoto.
Okay.
But Persona 4 is probably my favorite over all of them.
Yeah, I don't... What's your opinion on Persona 4 before we close out tonight? What's your opinion on Persona 5, I meant to say?
I think Persona 5 Vanilla is way better than Royal because they added in what's her face for Royal, and I felt like she was just a worthless character.
Oh,
and she was only in there to make people like she's a waifu character, so it's like she's only there to look pretty. I hated her character every step of the way.
You're not into waifu characters? You don't like just characters thrown in to look pretty?
Yes, because they tried to do that with the character in Persona 4, but she kind of ended up being a dork, so she wasn't sweated on. But the character in Persona 5 Royal, everyone sweats on her. Oh, and then they made a catchy uwu boy, and I hate that. Like, that dude, spoilers if you haven't played it, but he's a murderer, and they uwu'd him to give him a redemption arc. Not every murderer needs a redemption arc.
Okay, now, to those out there, what does uwu mean? What do you mean by that?
Like, they saw it, they're like, oh, Akechi, he's such a sweet boy, he's such a cinnamon, I just want to hold him and hug him. Like, uwu.
Does he
pet him on the head? No, he sucks.
Does he go
he's
around,
a terrible person.
he goes around murdering individuals. Spoiler for a fucking, like, 18-year-old game, but...
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like,
Like,
like in 4, how another spoiler... Adachi is the fucking murderer, and they don't uwu quote unquote him. So I don't know what to catch you. Guess because he looks like Yagami a little bit.
Probably it's because he looks cute.
True, I wouldn't know, but
not personally to me. Like, he's not my type. If I would choose any boy in Persona 5, it would be Akira. So.
Oh yeah, the P5 Pro Tag.
Yeah. Well, most people call him Ren, but I don't think that's a protagonist name, so I call him by his manga name.
I didn't even know Akira.
Joker.
That's his code name when they're in the metaverse. Yeah.
Joker. Yeah, Joker is his code name. Akira Kuruzu is his manga name, and it's like Ren something for the anime.
See, I didn't know his manga name was Akira. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Persona 3 getting remade?
I really wish they remade the first two, but apparently a lot of Persona fans wanted the remake, so hey, good for them.
Yeah, like, honestly, I never, like, I say I'm a Persona fan, but I never played 1 and 2. Like, it's just too inconvenient to find it.
I put it on my, my PlayStation Mini.
Oh, damn, PlayStation Mini, damn.
I've heard of that.
I'm telling you. Jesus Christ, how long ago was that? 2012?
You just dated TJ, not Zixxsa.
Well, the PlayStation Classic, the thing they tried to mimic Nintendo with, but completely failed.
Oh, the Mini. I thought you were talking about,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the PS3 that you could, like, take and go on, like, walks with. You know what I mean? There was, like, a...
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
I found the Classic at a con, and I was like, let me get this, and I'll hack it, mod it, which was way harder to mod than the NES Mini was.
Oh, really? Huh.
Mm-hmm. They did everything wrong with this.
I didn't have the NES Mini, but I got the SNES Mini.
I got both. And I was just
nice.
like, I need the PlayStation Mini. I was like, this is garbage.
Wasn't the only games you had was, like, Metal Gear Solid, like, the first Crash Bandicoot, like, the first Twisted Metal. That thing, man, that thing was something else, bro.
But they were all PAL regions. So.
Oh, no.
Like, you had the worst versions of them. You didn't get the analog PlayStation controller. It is games no one asked for.
Man, They should really do more of those minis. I know they're probably not, but I would really. I don't know, an Xbox Mini would hit. Like I would play
Oh my
Halo 2
God.
on that all day. Like,
That would be hilarious.
The only problem now would be is that you can emulate everything.
I mean, yeah, but they were gonna do that anyway. You kind of have to emulate some games, especially if it's like a Nintendo product. Because when they did that Super Mario All Stars like snafu, I I wasn't feeling that. I kind of like I felt some kind of way where they were like, oh, you got to get it within 3 months or it's gone forever. And I was like, or you could just not do that. Like
It was, oh my God. And it didn't even sell out. That's the funniest part. It didn't even sell out.
Sell out.
it didn't sell out. I thought it sold out.
No, or maybe it did, but every time I go to the stores, I see it.
Jeez.
And then it's also still able to be purchased digitally. So
I didn't know it didn't sell out. Kind of reminds me when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out and everybody's like, oh, I'm going to boycott Nintendo. Oh, hashtag, what was it? It was like hashtag something, hashtag bring back National Dags and all this and all that. And it became like the number one selling Pokemon game of all time. I'm like, what happened to this fucking protest?
you can't get Pokemon fans to boycott anything. Just like they wanted to boycott Tears of the Kingdom for being $70. You're not going to get Zelda fans to boycott. It's just certain games, they have you in your pocket.
Like, honestly.
I'm a part of the problem. I bought Pokemon Sword and Shield on launch day, and I bought Violet and Scarlet on launch day. I bought Tears of the Kingdom on launch day.
Hey,
I'm not going to boycott those games.
Hey, did you like them?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's all that matters. Everything else doesn't even matter.
Yeah, like Scarlet and Violet is hideous. It is a hideous game, but I had so much fun, and there were so many quality of life updates that they had in it that I was like, this is what I wanted in a Pokemon game, and I love this. Like, it's a goofy feature, but when your Pokemon levels up and it learns a move, you can ask the Pokemon if it wants to learn the move, and I thought that was so adorable, and I love that feature.
You could do that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and sometimes it'll go, I don't want to learn that move, and I'm like, all right, you don't have to learn it.
Hey, you could keep Bulldoze if you don't want to learn Earthquake. That's fine.
Cries in the background.
Cries in the background. Well, that's honestly going to do it for the podcast. Lost, did you have any like closing remarks you wanted to add? Any plugins? Anything at all?
No closing remarks, but if you want to hang out on Tuesday, I do stream Digimon cards. I'm trying to add in, just in general, all TCG. I'm on a thing called VT Heroes, and I'm trying to get people to play me online, but they don't bite, so.
Well, give me the link to that, and I'll gladly post it, so we can get some people to bite you finally.
Well, they have to buy the VT Hero decks, but.
Oh, true. Well, guys, you gotta buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it on Saturday when I'm at the con, because he always shows up at the con to show them.
Fair. Well, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all later. Peace.
See you later.
Peace.